Okay, first of all, I have a ring. It's a bird. I think it's a squirrel. It's a shit. It's a bird. This is me. I wear it on his finger because I can say, hey, look what I'm doing. And no one will get it. They'll just think that I'm being evil and rude. But it's like I'm flipping you the bird because it's like a bird. So I just, it's like literally I'm flipping you the bird or something. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to rant because I started watching Grey's Anatomy again. I said that I was not going to go back to this show, but I started watching it again, and it's just so ridiculous. It's on shit status. It's really shitastic, and I like it. Don't get me wrong. I watch it. I enjoy wasting my time on this, but it's a really shitty show, and that has to be said. Because I go on Tumblr and I look at the track tags for Grey's Anatomy, and these people are just so in love with this shit. They are just eating this stuff up. They are eating it up. And like I just feel like maybe I'm watching it for the wrong reasons because I don't love the same people that everyone else loves. I just don't. Um, okay, so I'm not gonna go in this really lengthy thing about it. Probably I am because I talk too much. I've been told that sometimes I do talk too much. But okay, I'm on season 7 now, but I have to go back and rewind because there are some moments in this show that I question my life. I question everyone else's life. I questioned like why are we people? Why are we people on this earth? Why is there earth? Why is there a life? That's how bad some of these moments are. Like, why is there a life? Why do we all exist? Because whoever wrote that season 5 finale, whoever wrote the season 5 finale, I mean, really, dude, what was you on? What was you on? Okay, because, okay, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but you have George O'Malley, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm not looking at myself in the little box. Then you have George O'Malley, and he decides he wants to join the army. He wants to be like sexy McGinger. Okay, I just had a thought. Okay, go away. Okay, so he decides he wants to be like McGinger, and he wants to become like a combat surgeon. And Bailey's mad at McGinger. She's like, "What did you say to him? Blah blah blah. What did you do?" And he's like, "You know what? Boo, you need to calm down. You just tripping, girl." So Bailey's like, we're gonna hold an intervention for George. We are gonna hold an intervention for George at 6 o'clock when he gets out of surgery with a chief. Okay, so this is that morning, right? Okay, so that morning they get this super huge trauma. This dude just got hit by a bus, okay? And this dude looks like Rocky Dennis got mauled by Freddy Krueger in a bear and got hit by 10 buses and got like trapped underneath an avalanche. Okay, that's how bad this dude looks. So he has no face, basically. There's a little crying redhead hoe. Basically, she feels bad for him because he saved her life. She almost got Final Destination, and he saved her. He went all Bruno Mars on her ass and saved her and jumped in front of a bus for her ass. Okay, and so, okay, here's the point. Okay, this girl, she was a piece of work, okay? Because she's like, oh my god, this ugly guy was trying to talk to me. And I was rude to him because he was ugly and I was looking for hotter guys to scope out. I mean, are you serious? Were you expecting George Clooney to walk around the corner and talk to your ass? And you about to get on the bus? Girl, boo! You about to get on the bus too? And you expected to get picked up by George Clooney? Wait, I don't know if she was going to get on the bus. All I know is there was a bus involved, and she was rude to this dude because he wasn't cute. And she's like, oh, rah, 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 rah. So she felt really bad because she's like, I'm just so desperate in life. And, I'm just like a walking romantic comedy, and I can't find love. And here's this guy, and he throws himself in front of a bus for me. It's just like Bruno Mars lyrics in this episode of Grey's Anatomy. And it's just really funny because I'm like, Bruno Mars, did you get the lyrics for that grenade song from this episode? Because all he replaced he replaced bus with train. I see right through you. Bruno Mars. I see right through it. I know what you're up to, pal, and it's not cool. It's not cool at all. Plagiarism. Anyway, so she's like, "Oh, this is my prince," and she's like crying the whole time. She has this broken arm, and she's pretty much convinced that Rocky Dennis, mangled by bears, is her Prince Charming, even though she said the guy was ugly. So she pretty much decides she wants to settle for him because she's so desperate, and she decides to settle for this guy who got hit by a bus for her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, so blah 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 happens, and 6 o'clock rolls around, and Bailey's telling the chief, she's like, "Oh, chief, we're gonna hold an intervention for George," and chief is like, "Oh, really? Because that's funny, because I let George go home this morning because he got to say he had to say goodbye to his mom and stuff, and he has to get prepared because he's leaving for the army tomorrow." So while this conversation is taking place, Meredith is like talking to John Doe, and the sniveling hoe is still in there, sniveling and crying and snotting all over his Rocky Dennis face, holding his little Rocky Dennis hand, talking about, "Oh, you're my prince, and I'll be here for you," and you don't know him. You do not know him, and you are all up in his Rocky Dennis ass face for the wrong reasons. You are in his face for the wrong reasons. Please go away. Go away. Just get out. Go. Okay, but she didn't, whatever. So she's sitting here, just like crying and shit. And Meredith, she's talking to him. She's like, "We gotta take you into surgery," or something like that happens. Hell, I don't know. And then the dude, he writes on her hand, he writes 007. Because, I guess they call George 007. And she's like, oh my God, it's George. Oh, she goes to tell everybody it's George. And George went into surgery. He died on the table. Yeah, he died. And then he was brain dead, so they had to give his organs away. And Izzy is stricken with cancer. I was gonna say something mean about Izzy getting cancer, but I'm not going to do that because I guess Izzy was a nice person. I just hated her because I can hate her and I can do that. And that whole thing she did with that dude that she didn't even know and got engaged to for no damn reason, and she thought she knew him, and she tried to move him with a transplant list, and he died anyway. He died anyway. I think that's really the moment I started hating Izzy and I wanted her to die. So I've been wishing death on Izzy like this whole time. Here she is stricken with cancer, and I was like, whoa, that kind of sucks, actually. Anyway, so Izzy is like, okay, like, get this organs away because Callie asked, which I wouldn't ask her a damn thing. But, she's being nice because George was in love with her. And, that's basically the end. George died. And I just thought that was really dramatic and just really a stupid plot twist. It was just so stupid. It was like the young and the restless type stupid. I expect this. When I am sitting on my lazy ass and I'm watching daytime soap operas, I expect far out storylines like this. I expect John Doe's and the gods, and you have to peel away the gods from John Doe, and you find out that he's like your Prince Charming that you loved this whole time. I expect storylines like that in daytime soap operas, but I don't expect this on Grey's Anatomy. And I thought Grey's Anatomy was a quality show because they were on Oprah. And when people go on Oprah, everything that Oprah touches turns into gold cover shit pellets. So here I am thinking this is a quality show, and this is what happens, the storyline. Are you serious? So basically, I should go into writing TV shows. I deserve an Emmy. I think I have a lot of great ideas. And they're just sitting in my brain, and getting cobwebs on my ideas and everything. And I really think that I should start a pilot. I'm really thinking about it because I deserve some kind of. If these people are getting credit for this stuff, then I deserve some kind of credit. Okay, I deserve credit. Look at Oprah. Look at these people who win awards for stupid shows. Look what happened to Glee. Glee has Golden Globes. They're nominated for Golden Globes like every year. I think if the writers of Glee and get nominated for that shit, then I think that I can do it too. I can come up with some pretty ridiculous shit and say, hey, look. And they'd be like, oh my god, this is so amazing. And then, they'll like me. And then, I'll win awards. That is my plan. That is now my plan. Okay.